If you're an agency owner, a coach, or a consultant, you've probably gone through the stage at some point of doing your outreach using personalized Loom videos or just Loom videos in general. I know this was a very popular approach in the agency space for a while, being taught by a lot of people. And I wanted to show you a automation that's going to help you book more calls for your agency or coaching business or your consulting business if you are doing this very thing. And what it comes down to is just good follow-up, automating the follow-up of that Loom video and automating the sending of that Loom video. And what you can see here, this is the overview of it. And I'm going to show you what this actually looks like in Zapier and ActiveCampaign as well. But the principles are the same, and you could just replicate it in Go High Level, HubSpot, for example. They all have their ways of doing this type of thing. So what we'd have is we'd add an extra field to our user profile of the personalized Loom video. So you go record the Loom video, you have the link to it, you add it to the profile. And then what you would do is you'd either manually put the person into a automation sequence, which consists of the initial email with the Loom link. Hey, here's your Loom video just for you. Check it out, blah, blah, blah. Depends how much your template in it. And then instead of just sending that one email and kind of forgetting about it, or having to remember, oh, let me follow up with them, we can do that follow-up automatically. So you wait a couple of days, you have a follow-up email one. Hey, so you haven't booked in a call yet. Did you check out the video? Follow-up email one, follow-up email two, follow-up email three, etc. onwards. And you can make that go as long as you want. But at the same time, I'm going to show you how this looks in Zapier and then also ActiveCampaign. We're also monitoring for a calendar event being booked, someone making a booking on Calendly or Acuity or whatever you're using. We would obviously need to find that person's profile and then add a tag that they have finally made a booking and then pull them out of that automation, because we wouldn't want them to keep getting the automation if they've already booked, and it wouldn't really make sense. It would look kind of amateurish. Obviously, one caveat is, and this is something you always need to consider, is if people use different email addresses when they book the call versus the email that you're sending to, you're going to run into an issue of some inconsistencies there. But that's just things you run into when it comes to automation stuff. But this is the overview. And what this actually looks like in ActiveCampaign, for example, we're going to have a profile. This is just my contact in ActiveCampaign, and I've added extra field, personalized Loom URL. Obviously, there's other ways to add fields in HubSpot, for example, ConvertKit, all that type of thing. And what the first automation is going to look like is as simple as this. I don't even need to have a trigger in this case, because we would actually put them manually into the automation by either coming here, for example, and then putting them into the automation. Or if we really wanted to, we could add a trigger of, say, once the URL has been added to their profile, then put them in the automation. And then you can see here what happens. We also need to have an automation of what happens when they book in the call. And I'm going to show you how this gets glued together in Zapier, and that they get put into another automation that would remove them from the follow-up, add a call book tag. And then also we might want to do a bunch of stuff around notify a sales rep that a new call has come in. We might want to round robin that person between the sales reps. And then we might also want to create a deal in the pipeline so we can keep monitoring that and have a good overview of how much we have in the pipeline revenue-wise. And all we need is just one little zap to glue everything together. And in this case, we would have the zap just 3 steps: new calendar event booking coming in, find that user in ActiveCampaign. We actually don't even need to do that. I often do that just to make sure that we actually can find it. And if it breaks at that point, we'll get notified that it broke and be like, well, why didn't we find that person? And then we can go manually investigate. That's when they might have used a different email address. And we just add them to that new ActiveCampaign automation to stop them from the other one, and then also create the deals and everything. And we just need the email for that. So that's a very simple way that very quickly, in just an hour or two, depending on how quickly you are with these tools, you can set up an automated follow-up sequence for these videos you already created. You've already put the work in to get them to respond, get them to agree to a Loom video, and then you record the Loom video. So why would you not automatically follow up as much as you can to like the end of days and try milk that lead for as much as you can and try get them to book in the call? They've already shown interest. So that's a really cool system, as I was saying, that's going to make a big difference if you are using Looms as part of your outreach method. And you can see here just as one little overview if you want to take a screenshot of that. But if you're an agency owner, a coach, or a consultant, and you are doing this type of outreach, or you want just someone to come and look at your sales operations, your business operations, to help you save time and do these types of things, then you can also reach out to me. You can just find links in the comments. in the description. You can book in the time with me and we can just chat. And otherwise, I hope you still got a lot of value from this video.